The sticker price on this truck will likely make you curl up into a ball and cry. I'll include a link to the Ford & Draper's website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for Scott. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get right into it. Powering this is the 6.7 liter turbo diesel V8 known as the high output power stroke. Goes through a 10-speed. It puts out 500 horsepower and then 1,200 pound-feet of torque. We're closing in on 500,000 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. I will say I do like this gray. It's got some metallic flake in the paint too. Gigantic headlights that are basically the size of a small person. And then look at that grille, and then the bumper's body painted. You've got recovery points, fog lights, parking sensors, and a smaller ear dam. Altogether, this is one of the best looking Super Duties, that's for sure. Tire wheel setup is 285 by 75 by 18. You've got silver on the outside of the wheel, and then it's kind of a darker color in the center. And yeah, these are super solid tires. The Tremor package is lifted slightly, so that's what helps you fit the bigger tires and everything. Platinum badge there, and then you can see the red Power Stroke badge. We also have the side steps here. This does come with a bedside step, and just like a regular 350, it's leaf sprung. When it comes to configuration, it's the crew cabin. That's the 6.75 foot bed. Key fob features: we have our lock and unlock function, our remote start, tailgate drop down, and then the Ford logo there in the back. We've got LED lights. There's a power outlet here in the bed, and then you guys can see here with the liner. You also have fifth wheel prep, which is pretty cool. And then tonneau cover from the factory. If that wasn't enough, we also have the tailgate step system with the ruler on the back, and then it's power up. Very rectangular taillights, that's for sure. Bumper steps. Ford kind of stole that from Chevy, just saying. And then you do have parking sensors in the rear. I mean, this truck's going to be able to tow over 20,000 pounds. That will cap things off for the exterior on this Tremor. This week's giveaway makes my Jeep look lame because it is a supercharged Rubicon 392 that is fully decked out, producing 650 horsepower. Now, not only can you win this Rubicon 392, but part of the giveaway is also $26,000 in cash to help pay for the taxes. And not only that, your donations go towards helping children's and veterans charities. So use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. Any donation, $25 or more, will give you 4x bonus entries. Look at that finish on the door handle. Let's pop in. Gotta love the crisscross pattern there on the door panel. I like the stitching down below too. Platinum there. Again, got more of that cross stitching on the seat. And then lifting this up, pretty good storage underneath. And then of course good legroom, flat loading floor. There's another view there. Anyways, little storage pocket. You have stitching on the grab handle, that's ridiculous. Vents in the rear, we also have heated seats, USB ports, another little outlet down below. And then headroom back here is gonna be good. And also, look at this headliner. This is fancy. Keyless entry for up front, let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. This also has the mirrors that extend out. They also power fold in. The controls for that mirror stuff is just right there above it. You can actually see the memory seat controls, all of our window controls, and I do believe, yeah, acoustic glass up front. More of that fancy trim on the front door panel. You've got the B&O sound system, and look at the finish on the speaker there. 12,000 pounds gross vehicle weight rating, 3,669 pounds of payload. Platinum here on the front seat, perforated all down the center. Power adjustments on the side with the lumbar support. Light control to the left of the steering wheel. You also have your pedal adjustment just below that. Now with the steering wheel, you've got the faded Ford logo. More nice trim all around the steering wheel. Column shifter there in the background. It has plus and minus to shift gears yourself. Practical controls on the front face for the center, phone controls, volume controls. This has adaptive cruise control. Digital gauge cluster, which means you can change the information that's displayed there in the center and also just change what the display kind of looks like. Got an animation for the drive modes. This has modes for both on-road, off-road, towing. It's a Tremor. It's supposed to be able to do everything. Heads-up display. There's also fancy pants trim across the dash. 360 camera system. Good resolution with the whole camera too. As for the rest of the infotainment system, you can scroll through these different menus on the side. Shortcut bar there at the bottom. And it's all pretty quick to respond. This does have the Pro Power on board, which is nice. And the onboard scales. Fancy loaded up truck. Massaging seats, of course. Pro Trailer Assist. We also have our trailer brake controls. And then this is a part-time four-wheel drive system with a 2-speed transfer case, trail turn assist, and a rear locking differential. Analog controls for the radio, also for the climate. Dual zone climate with heated and ventilated seats and a heated steering wheel. Phone charging pad with some USB action. Got some cup holders here. And then center console's got good space. USB ports inside. I like the trim on this. Got some wood trim too. And you notice there's also nice trim even on the glove box. This is for the power sliding rear window. 6 auxiliary switches and then panoramic sunroof. Well, here we go. 2026 Platinum. And yeah, it's got a lot, including the Platinum Plus. $113,185. Let's see how this performs. Let's see what it feels like to drive $113,000 of diesel pickup truck. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy? Ford diesel, $100,000. $100,000. Who would have thought? If you would have told me when I first started reviewing cars that in just a few short years I would be reviewing a brand new truck that's even like when I first started selling cars, I remember I was like, man, there's no way these pickup trucks are gonna get to $100,000. Like, who's gonna buy that? And now here we are. Here we are. This isn't a special edition. This isn't like a, you know, 1 year type thing. No, this is just like, hey, you want the luxury off-road truck? Okay, it's gonna be 113. What? It is crazy. Who's buying these? Business owners, we all know it. Construction guys, lots of construction guys. Gotta get that tax write-off, I get it. But you know, they could at least make it so the freaking door panel doesn't squeak for $113,000. That's the thing that bothers me. Like, if this thing was like airtight, and I'm talking no squeaks, no rattles, none of the Ford stuff, and then it was $113,000, I would be like, you know what? The build quality, the power, the capability, I think it tracks. But when this thing has like this plasticky trim here on the side that creaks right out of the gate, you ain't gonna sell me on it, you know? So, other than that, I mean, this truck does drive really well. It's very comfortable. The insulated glass makes it so it's quieter. The seats are comfortable, massage function's nice. This is a very nice pickup truck. Don't get me wrong. I think that if Ford's gonna charge this amount of money, the quality does need to go up. I know people are gonna argue with me on this, but I bought that LX and that is the quality that I'm expecting at this price point in terms of build quality. The new Nissan Armada has like similar build quality too. It's not quite there, but it's pretty darn good. It's actually really good. So that's really the problem. Is it's not that the problem is not that Ford's charging this much. I think that you know, everyone always wants things to be less expensive, right? That's just how the world revolves. But I think the big problem is that Ford is charging this much and then they're still doing, I mean, this is a nice interior, but there's still cheap feeling plastics throughout, and there's still creaks and, like, it's not creaking and rattling as I'm driving too much, but like if my leg kind of bounces against this, which it will a little bit, yeah, it creaks. Like, it feels cheap. It feels very cheap, and this isn't even aligned very well. They need to have like laser sharp alignment at this price point. Perfect build quality. Then I won't complain. Then I'll say, you know what, Ford? Good job. Nice truck. But yeah, when they're asking this much money and it's not perfect, you know, they kind of lost me a little bit. A little bit, not all the way, just a little bit. But yeah, if you do have the dough, and if you do need the tax write-off, I think there is a lot to like about this truck. I mean, it's hard to find another truck that's as nice as this, but you know, the Denali Ultimate's less money and it's up there. And then the Ram, they don't really have tungsten in HDs yet, but if they did, then that would be the nicest. Ram has the most features typically, and then on the top line, and then you pair that with Ram's build quality is better than Ford's. So you pair that with the better build quality that Ram has, and then you pair that with the comfortable seats. Yeah, it'd be a winner. So let me know your thoughts of the Tremor Platinum Plus. It's definitely a cool vehicle. I just think that Ford's kind of getting outside of their when it comes to what they're trying to offer. I think they've gone outside of them, what they're capable of currently, and that's just the truth. You know, I think that at, you know, the Super Duty at the $70,000-$80,000 range, that's where Ford can be. Like, that's where the build quality is acceptable, the materials are acceptable and all that. But at this point, it's a tougher pill to swallow. But that's all.